Zeal Education Society, redefining excellence.
Welcome back. In the previous lecture, we have seen how to convert any kind of state model or state model in any form into a diagonal or Jordan canonical form. And also we have seen how to find out the eigenvalues, eigenvectors by generalized eigenvector method or adjoint method, and then converting the given state model into the diagonal canonical or Jordan canonical form. Now today we will solve few more examples on diagonalizing the particular matrix. We will not consider the entire state model, but we will consider only system matrix and we will diagonalize it. Or either we will diagonalize or we will convert it into a Jordan form depending upon its eigenvalues. If the eigenvalues are distinct, it will be a diagonal matrix. If the eigenvalues are repeated, it will be a Jordan matrix. And also we will solve some example and we will come to some conclusion. Let us see. Let us solve for the first example as diagonalize the matrix A equal to 1, 1, 0, 2. Solution. So we start with its characteristic equation. The characteristic equation of matrix A is lambda I minus A equal to determinant lambda I minus A equal to 0. So for this matrix it will be lambda minus 1, 0, lambda minus 2 equal to, I will get this as lambda minus 1 into lambda minus 2 equal to 0. And that means the eigenvalues are lambda equal to 1 and 2. So let us now find out its eigenvectors. Let us use adjoint matrix method. As the roots are distinct, even if we go by adjoint method or the generalized eigenvector method, we will get the same eigenvectors. And for 2 by 2 system, adjoint method is easier. So adjoint of lambda I minus A is equal to lambda minus 2, 1, 0, lambda minus 1. And then for lambda equal to 1, the adjoint of lambda I minus A is equal to, if I put here lambda equal to 1, this becomes minus 1, 0, 1, 0. So they are scaled version of each other. If you multiply this by minus 1, you will get minus 1, 0. And then I get, say, P1, the first eigenvector, as 1, 0. And then for lambda equal to 2, adjoint of lambda I minus A is equal to, let us put lambda equal to 2, so it will be 0, 0, 1, 1, and which gives me P2 equal to 1, 1. We don't have any choice because this is 0, 0 cannot be taken, that will make modal matrix equal to a singular matrix. And if P1 and P2 are available, now the matrix P is modal matrix P equal to 1, 0, 1, 1. So then its inverse will be P inverse will be, well, interchange these two, 1, 1, change the sign of this, divided by determinant is 1, so this is P inverse. And then now let us find out, say, A bar is equal to P inverse AP. That is equal to P inverse is 1 minus 1 0 1. Matrix A is 1 1 0 2 and matrix P is 1 1 0 1. So this gives me A bar equal to, let me perform the calculations. 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 minus 2 is minus 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 2 is 2, and this multiplied with 1 1 0 1. So which is equal to 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 2 is 2. So see, it's a diagonal matrix. So A is diagonalized with the same transformation, and where eigenvalues 1 and 2 are the diagonal elements of A. Now let us take another example. And in this example, we say diagonalize the matrix A equal to, we will take a problem 2 1 minus 1 4. Correct. And now the solution. The characteristic equation of matrix A is lambda I, determinant lambda I minus A equal to 0, so it's lambda minus 2 minus 1 1, lambda minus 4, and this is equal to lambda minus 2 into lambda minus 4 plus 1. So it is equal to lambda square minus 6 lambda plus 8 plus 1. So it's lambda square plus 6 lambda, sorry, minus 6 lambda, lambda square minus 6 lambda plus 9 is equal to 0, and which gives me the eigenvalues lambda equal to 3, 3. So now it's a problem of repeated eigenvalues. And first, in this problem, what we will do? First, we will find out the eigenvectors by adjoint method. Then we will diagonalize with the eigenvectors obtained by this method. Then we will determine the eigenvectors by generalized eigenvector approach, and we will do this, or we will find the diagonalized matrix. Or here it will be a Jordan matrix, as the roots are repeated. So adjoint of lambda I minus A is equal to lambda minus 4 1 minus 1 lambda minus 2. So for lambda equal to 3, adjoint of lambda I minus A is equal to minus 1 minus 1 1 1, and which gives me P1 is equal to 1 1. Then for repeated eigenvalue lambda equal to 3, we have to take derivative d by d lambda of adjoint of lambda I minus A, which is equal to, this will be 1 0 0 1, and that means here I have received two different eigenvectors as 1 comma 0 or 1 0 and 0 1. Correct. So what I will do now, for, I will take this as P2. So P is, modal matrix P is 1 1 0 1, and which gives me its inverse as P inverse equal to 1 0 minus 1 1, and then A bar matrix will be A bar is equal to P inverse AP, so it will be 1 0 minus 1 1 2 1 minus 1 4 P inverse A P, which is equal to 2 plus 0 is 2, 1 plus 0 is 1, minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3, minus 1 plus 4 is 3, into 1 0 1 1, which is equal to 2 plus 1 is 3, 2 plus 0 0 plus 1 is 1, minus 3 plus 3 is 0, and 0 plus 3 is 3. So as expected, we have got the Jordan matrix. The eigenvalue is 3 3 at the diagonal, and above the repeated root there is 1. Now let us do it with P2 equal to 1 0. So then for P2 equal to 1 0, the matrix P is 1 1 1 0, and then the matrix P inverse will be, this will be 0, this will be 1, and these two will be minus 1, but the determinant is minus 1, so this will 1, this will be 1, this will be minus 1. This is P inverse, you can find it. And then A bar is equal to 0 1 1 minus 1 into 2 1 minus 1 4 into P matrix is 1 1 1 0, and that I get now 0 minus 1, this is minus 1, this is 4, 2 plus 1 is 3, and 1 minus 4 is minus 3, into 1 1 1 0, and that is equal to, I get the matrix minus 1 plus 4 is 3, minus 1 plus 0 minus 1, 3 minus 3 is 0, and 3. See what is the difference? Here also we have got a similar to Jordan block, but here instead of 1 we have got minus 1. The eigenvalues are coming as diagonal element, but this is minus 1, and hence with this choice, actually we want this form, but now there is a conflict which to take as P2. So now what to do? Let us do it by the generalized eigenvector approach, and then we'll come to some conclusion. Eigenvectors by generalized eigenvector approach. So what I get? Lambda I minus a into x is equal to 0. So what is lambda I minus a? It's lambda minus 2 minus 1 1 lambda minus 4 into x1 x2, that is equal to 0 0, and now for lambda equal to 3 we get this as 1 minus 1 1 minus 1 x1 x2 is equal to 0 0, So from this what I get, x1 minus x2 equal to 0, means x1 equal to x2. So if x1 is equal to 1, then x2 is also equal to 1, and which gives me p1 equal to 1 1. And now for the repeated root, for repeated lambda equal to 3, what I have is lambda I minus a, this will remain the same, into second eigenvector is equal to negative of the first eigenvector. So it is, first eigenvector is 1 1, so this will be minus 1 minus 1. And now if I solve this, I get x1 minus x2 is equal to minus 1. So let x1 is equal to 1, and then x2 will be, it will be x1 plus 1, so it will be 2. And that gives me P2 is equal to 1 2. So now what is the modal matrix? P is equal to 1 1 1 2, and then P inverse is equal to 2 minus 1 minus 1 1. You can find this, you will get the same answer. And then A bar is equal to P inverse A and that is equal to 4 plus 1 is 5, 2 minus 4 is minus 2, minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3, minus 1 plus 4 is 3 into 1 1 1 2. So this is equal to 5 minus 2 is 3, 5 minus 4 is 1, minus 3 plus 3 is 0, and minus 3 plus 6 is 3. So this is as expected. So by generalized eigenvector approach, you will always get the accurate Jordan matrix, and that is why I propose that whenever you get the repeated roots, you find out the eigenvectors by generalized eigenvector approach. It will give you the unambiguous eigenvectors, whereas if you go by adjoint approach, for the repeated root you will get two choices and there will be a conflict which to select. By one of them you will get exact Jordan matrix, but with the other you will get a Jordan like form, but here instead of 1 it will be some other number. Here we have got minus 1, but it can be any other number. And that is why if you have the repeated roots, then find out the eigenvectors by generalized eigenvector approach. Now here we have finished the concept of diagonalization. Now what we will do, we will consider another concept, and that concept is of Vandermonde matrix. This Vandermonde matrix was named after the name of Alexandra Vandermonde, who first proposed this. So what the concept is? Say let the matrix A has, this is n by n matrix, so it will have n distinct eigenvalues, lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, so on up to lambda n. So is it applicable only for distinct? No, it is applicable for repeated eigenvalues as well, but let us consider the cases one by one. So if it is so, then the Vandermonde matrix is, let us denote it by V, and it is given by 1 lambda 1 square, so on up to lambda 1 raised to n minus 1, the first column for first eigenvalue. Then second column 1 lambda 2 square, so on up to lambda 2 raised to n minus 1, the second column. Similarly, the third column 1 lambda 3 square, so on up to lambda 3 raised to n minus 1, and this will be till the end 1 lambda n square, lambda n raised to n minus 1. So let us do it with some examples. Let we have a matrix A. For matrix A with, say, eigenvalues, say lambda equal to -2, -3. Let it be a 2 by 2 matrix. So for 2 by 2 matrix, this Vandermonde matrix will be 1 lambda 1 lambda 2, and then it will be 1 -2 1 -3. Done. Now let us consider another 3 by 3. Say for matrix A with eigenvalues, say lambda equal to -1 -3 -5. Let there be the 3 eigenvalues, and then what is the Vandermonde matrix? V is equal to 1 lambda 1 square, 1 lambda 2 square, 1 lambda 3 square, and which will be equal to, for this one lambda equal to -1, 1 square of -1 is 1 -3 9 1 -5 25. Now what is the use of this Vandermonde matrix? Is it useful? Yes, certainly it is useful. So let us see its use. So if matrix A is in controllable canonical form, then